All right, welcome to grade 6, unit 1, first day of math. So we're looking at patterns in algebra and repeating patterns. I have here, we're going to start with a little mental math here. So I have just a subtraction question. So I'd like you to try to use a strategy that you've learned in the past that helps you find this answer. If you can do it quickly, then try to see if you can figure out another strategy. So pause the video. All right, so if I have 36 minus 18, one of the first things that I notice is 36 is actually double 18. So I know the answer there is 18. As well, if I use 2 more than 36, right, I can minus 20. So I can either change this and go, you know what, 38 minus 20 would equal, and that would be 18, because 20 is an easier number to use. Or I could have gone, this would be 16 plus 2, right, and put the 2 back in, because I've added 2 to here. So I've taken 2 extras away. There is also this. So I can have 36, and then I'm going to break 18 down into, I'm going to minus 10 first. Then I'm going to minus 6, and then I'm going to minus 2. So what I do is 36 minus 10 equals 26. 26 minus 6 equals 20. And then 20 minus 2 equals 18. When I figured this out here, okay, as soon as you get to this point, it's easy to break that 8 up and to make a nice and tidy number that ends in 0 to deal with. Numbers that end in 0 tend to be a lot easier to deal with. All right, and last, so 36 is, and I can just, you can add in order to subtract. So what I'm going to do here is I go 18. You know what? 18 plus 2 is 20, right? Then I'm going to add another 10, so that is 30. Then I'm going to add the 6 back in, which is 36. And then I could just add these together and find out what that is. So that would be 18, obviously. All right, so if you didn't use any of those strategies, those are ones you might want to try in the future. We are just going to now review repeating patterns. So I have yellow and red blocks. If you are doing this on your paper, you don't need to draw it out and color it out. Drawing things out is helpful, but you can just use the R and the Y, so that's red and that's yellow, to represent. So if something is a pattern, it means that you would be able to predict what is going to come next. So the colors make a pattern? Obviously, yes, right? We can see that right away. So what color comes next? So I have the pattern that I'm seeing here is red, yellow, yellow, red, yellow, yellow, red, yellow, yellow. So I obviously know that red is going to go red, yellow, yellow. And it's just going to keep repeating like that. Okay. When the terms of the patterns repeat, so this is one term right here, right? And here's another term. And this is the first term and the second term and so on. Okay? When the terms of the pattern repeat, the pattern is called a repeating pattern. And the part that repeats, so the part here that is repeating is this part right here, and that is called the core. So right here, that's the core of the pattern. So, drew all over my stuff there. If this is going to repeat, and I'm going to tell you this here is the core of the pattern, then you use that to help yourself repeat. So what would come next? And hopefully you said it would be a yellow and then a red. Here, this is the core, just like here's the core. What would come next? So hopefully in your mind you said Y, yellow, red, yellow, right? All right, so there's some exercises that correspond with this video, so make sure that you do those.